Developing story tonight. Deputies in West Miami-Dade say they were forced to fire on a man with a gun. That suspect is now dead.
Before officers arrived, they say he shot a woman who's now fighting for her life in the hospital. Local 10's Terrell Forney is live in West Miami-Dade with tonight's update. Terrell?
And more than 7 hours after this all started, this remains an active crime scene. In fact, you can still see all of the flashing lights behind me at this hour. What we do know is that there were two separate shootings that happened, one involving this man opening fire on a woman, and then 3 deputies from the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office opening fire apparently on this man. A call of shots fired drew a massive law enforcement response late Tuesday to an apartment building in West Miami-Dade.
And she tells me, Mom, there was a shooting, everybody's shooting, I don't know. And I said, do not open the door, go to the bathroom, lock yourself in the bathroom. Cardenia
Rodriguez's daughter was right in the thick of it all in her own unit near Northwest 72nd Avenue and 4th Street when a man shot a woman nearby. Minutes later, deputies rushed in.
She went through the window and she told me, I see policemen running all over the hallways and not in her building, the building next to her.
I heard that somebody got shot. It was Andrew. I don't know what's going on. This is very scary.
First responders were able to rescue the female shooting victim, but they feared an active shooter was still on site and likely holed up in a 4th floor apartment. A man who didn't want his face shown tells us he raced over to the scene after learning a man broke into his aunt's apartment.
I broke the window and get into the sofa, her sofa. And she opened the door and run and go down because she was scared because the guy has a gun.
Deputies responded to the 4th floor where they discovered a subject armed with a firearm, at which point an exchange of gunfire between the subject and 3 of our deputies occurred.
The special response team was then dispatched, heavily armed and heavily armored, as those deputies searched for the gunman. That suspect was eventually found dead inside of a unit.
This is wild. I mean, this shouldn't be happening here in Miami.
And we understand that shooting victim is a 47-year-old woman who is recovering in the hospital tonight, listed in critical condition. As for that accused gunman who was shot dead by Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office deputies, all we know about him is that he was a man who was 50 years old, but it's unclear right now what relationship, if any, the two may have had. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is investigating the circumstances of the deputy-involved shooting. Again, we know 3 deputies opened fire. We are live in West Miami-Dade tonight. Terrell Forney, Local 10.